On the MTN News.
Of Nevada Krinky, born to us October 13th, 1990, and tragically taken all too soon from us on February 13th, 2024.
Saying goodbye.
All units, stand by for last call. Sam 4, Sergeant Nevada Krinky, 1042. We have the watch from here.
Thousands say farewell, including hundreds of other law enforcement.
Our town and community is really saddened by his loss.
It just brings us all together, and that's shared. Sorry.
To Nevada Krinky, our coverage starts right now. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Andrea Lutz. A father, brother in arms, a protector. Thousands come together today to say farewell to Sheridan officer Nevada Krinky, a 6-year veteran of the department. The messages of love and testimony of memories for Sergeant Krinky collided with heartache as so many said goodbye. Kicking off our coverage tonight on his funeral is our Casey Conlon.
Friday was a hard day in Sheridan, one filled with endless sadness and remembrance for Sergeant Nevada Krinky.
He put other people first.
That was a popular theme in front of almost 2,000 family and friends, with many more watching from afar.
Your presence today affirms Nevada's legacy.
Lieutenant Danny Keller delivered the eulogy. He was Sergeant Krinky's close friend and supervisor at the Sheridan Police Department. Chief Travis Koltiska also spoke 17 days after Krinky was shot and killed while serving a trespassing notice near downtown Sheridan. He is the first SPD officer ever killed in the line of duty.
Nevada made the ultimate sacrifice in service to others. We must never forget the bond that unites us as members of this department and guardians of this community. Nevada would expect that.
Lieutenant James Hill also shared remarks about Krinky's immense impact on the department.
He asked that his dispatchers and officers have a plan each day, have a plan for each case, be professional, aggressively pursue crime, give the team an example of what to strive for and what high performance looks like.
Hill said his office is right next to Krinky's wife's, Carla's, office. She did not speak personally, but asked Keller to deliver her words.
I couldn't help but fall in love with this man. I don't think I will ever feel like I told him enough how proud I am to be his wife. It feels like the world's crumbling. I'm lost and I don't know if I will ever be able to find my way back without him. And yet, I still can't believe how lucky I am to have known him.
Powerful from a now widow and single mother to their infant daughter, Bella. Krinky is also survived by 5 siblings, including sister Kenzie, who he was closest with, Kenzie also having words read on stage.
Having Nevada in your life from day one as your protector, your mocker, your cheerleader, your coach, and best friend is more than one moment. And I wish I had more moments. He deserved more moments. But I am so grateful to have gotten those we did.
A feeling shared by all as they continue to memorialize 33-year-old Nevada Krinky. Casey Conlon, MTN News.
For miles, law enforcement lined up to pay their respects to Sergeant Krinky, briefly shutting down the town of Sheridan to accommodate. Our Marcus Kakova gives us more from that 3-mile-long procession of side-by-side police cruisers.
It's an emotional day for the city of Sheridan, Wyoming, as they've gathered to honor the life of Sergeant Nevada Krinky. As they pay their respects, they'll also be saying their final goodbyes.
It's a sad day. Sheridan lost a really top police officer and a bad incident here a couple weeks ago.
We live in a small town where we think we're protected from these kinds of things.
Ceremony. Something at the center of the day, stretching across town, hitting the center of the heart of this small Wyoming city.
Our town and community is really saddened.
I didn't know the officer at all, but that doesn't matter.
This young man and his family is suffering from the loss and everything, so that's why you're going to see a lot of people on the street today.
The city of Sheridan and beyond gathering to ensure that one police officer exits this life the way he lived in it, surrounded by love.
They said they expect over 1,000 officers to come in from out of state, so it's just what they do.
And the cars just kept going and going, and you know, everybody's talking about it, everybody's hugging each other.
I mean, they're expecting not even everybody to fit at the funeral service, you know? I mean, I think that's pretty special.
The Sheridan community says just as Sergeant Krinke protected and served, they'll make sure to return the service to those he leaves behind, following the example of selflessness that he set.
His family's going to be taken care of. Sheridan will be there for him.
I just hope that the community, you know, rallies together.
I think myself, like every other person here in Sheridan, expresses our deepest condolences to a young family, and especially a family with a baby, just getting their life started.
It just brings us all together, and that's Sheridan. Sorry.
Marcus Kakova, MTN News.
You can watch all of our extended coverage on today's memorial of Sheridan Police Sergeant Nevada Krinke on our website, ktvq.com.
On this first day of March, we've already had some light amounts of rain and snow for the lowest elevations, more snow for the Absarokas and the Beartooths. Also the Bighorns, we have more winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in the forecast. Currently, I'm keeping my eyes on another chance for some low and rain, as well as mountain snow overnight tonight. Another cold front is moving our direction on Saturday, and we have cooler weather ahead with more chances for some snow showers. Our 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Mortgage rates climbed for a fourth straight week. Freddie Mac reports the 30-year fixed rate mortgage averaged 6.94%, up slightly from the week before. Rates hit a 20-year high of nearly 7.8% in October before slowly falling. Rates trended higher in recent weeks. This as the market absorbs expectations that the Federal Reserve will not cut its benchmark lending rate until later this year. In spite of close calls on U.S. runways, 2023 has been recorded as the safest year ever for flying commercial. It also means traveling by plane remains the safest form of travel overall. The latest report compiled by the International Air Transport Association found 2023 had the lowest fatality risk for airline passengers. It goes all the way back to the first ever commercial aviation safety report in 1964. There were 37 million flights in 2023. 26 Native American businesses from the state's 8 federally recognized tribes will get thousands of dollars in grant funding to grow. The Montana Department of Commerce announced $320,000 in grant funding for Native American-owned startup businesses. The grant funding is for enrolled members of the 8 federally recognized tribes in Montana. It can be used for a variety of business activities like buying new equipment or developing new product lines. Businesses can get up to $14,000, and businesses are eligible in Billings, Crow Agency, Lame Deer, and Busby. The Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services is looking for feedback for veterans to help improve long-term care. A survey taking about 10 minutes will help the state evaluate nursing homes, Alzheimer's support, in-home care, and the condition of veteran cemeteries. The survey is available online, or it can be printed out and returned. Those results will be presented to the State Administration and Veterans Affairs Interim Committee in September. McKinley Elementary School is the oldest operating school in Billings and perhaps the most unique. The school was built in 1906 and is on the National Register of Historic Places. Russ Riesinger takes a look with the help of 2 student tour guides.
It's the oldest continually operating school in Billings, having stood the test of time for 118 years.
I'm Mr. Mary.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Nice to meet you. 2 4th grade students, Mary Murphy and Lauren Newby, are giving me a tour of this historic school, named after the 25th President of the United States, William McKinley.
These 2 friezes are called cherubs. One is playing the mandolin and one is playing the pipe.
They don't build them like this anymore. From the fire slide to the friezes that adorn its walls, McKinley Elementary is full of history.
They didn't get new bricks, but this is all from 1906, original brick.
The friezes are replicas of those found in some of the most famous museums in the world, but all now well over 100 years old themselves.
There is the Genius of Peace holding an olive branch.
The girls had to learn a lot about their school to be able to give these tours.
Well, I did a lot of studying. I read some papers that our principal, Miss Trahan, gave me. Brought those home and studied those for like a day.
So I put it off for like a couple days and like, okay, I need to do this. So I spent most of a Saturday just memorizing dates and years.
Besides learning a lot about history, giving the tours helps these students build confidence in public speaking and leadership.
That they just get that practice of what does it sound like to present to adults, especially people we don't know. Strangers can be really challenging. So we're lucky that they're willing to practice and learn and give tours too.
Well, I like sharing the knowledge that I know about the school.
I think it's pretty fun, and I liked learning more about the artwork.
In Billings, Russ Riesinger, MTN News.
Still to come on the MTN 430 News here on Q2, women in Alabama continue to live in confusion following a ruling in the state Supreme Court that says embryos have the same rights as children. We'll hear how lawmakers are trying to navigate the issue with more laws. And we are hearing from meteorologist Jason Stipp. He's got the latest on your weekend forecast. It's right after the break.